So I spent the last couple days moving around my craft room. I thought I'd do a little video of it and show you guys how I kind of have set it up to work. What I did was I got a new, not brand new, but at a garage sale, this brand new or used white desk. It has nothing underneath, no leg supports or anything. And so I was able to shove everything under it. So that was one of the reasons for the redo shift around. Paid $10 for it this spring at a garage sale, and I finally got it up in my room. It's been in my garage since May. But anyways, that's done. So I moved my desk up against the wall where it used to be, right here where my dollhouse is, facing, looking out of this room. And I moved it around because I can get more things on my desk to be in my reach, which is how I need to work. So, let me go. Well, and then I moved my dollhouse over here because now I'm working on that, so I need it to be in my workspace. Because if it's across the room, I won't work at it because I really need to work on my desk. I just can't function if I don't. But I'll just take you a quick go around to kind of show you guys. If you have any more questions or suggestions, let me know. So anyways, this is my desk. It's already a mess. I've been creating, made something really cool. I'll do in the next video. But the thing that's different on top of my desk now is I've moved my Jetmax cubes that I used to stack up beside me onto my desk because I have a super deep desk that has this glass top. This desk was given to me by a friend's neighbor that was moving. So, oh, what happened to my color? That's weird. Okay, there it goes. So anyways, I was able to stack all my Jetmax cubes on top and pretty much move my cardstock right here. That's the same. I just raised it up. That's where I store my Lindy's and all that stuff. I've done a video on that shelf that I found at a yard sale. Cricut cartridges are up there. That's still the same. I just moved it from that table up on top of those. And punches, buttons, flowers. Those are my clear stamps. They used to be on the ground, so it was a pain in the butt when I wanted to use a stamp. I'd have to crawl down there and pull them out. Now they're right on top of my desk. I could just sit and fumble through. Of course, I have to have a fan because I'm always dying of sweat. I don't know. When I work, I need to be cool. And I can keep my beads all right in front of me right now in this cubby. These are all, there's 3 more in the back because it's deep. These are all my beads and charm, or not charms, but beads. Yeah, so I've organized my paper. It's the same way over there. I just labeled it. It was on the bookshelf, but now I can have it right in front of me. So if I'm making a card or something, I can choose my colors. I don't have to get up, and I can save more time. 6x6, I've been storing my 6x6 pads in this tower. It used to be on the other side of my desk, so that's the same. I just moved it so I could flip through. I tend to be using that more now. I have to have my paintbrushes on the left because I usually grab for them. I had moved my charms in my little trinket drawers, and they were further away from me, and I hated that because when I sit, I am the type of person, when I create, I have no idea what I'm making, how I'm going with it. I just start it and I go through my stuff and add it as I see what matches. So in these little drawers I keep, you know, like chunky jewels that I found. That's like Tim Holtz metals, little hangers and bookends and stuff like that. And then this is strictly charms. So I like to be able to fumble through. This is old but new because I used to keep my embossing powders on this, and then I moved them to a shelf, which now I've changed over to house my little minis that I've been making. So I kind of like this better. It sits right next to me. I do use embossing powders a lot. I don't like to store them in the Tupperware containers. To me, that just takes up way too much room, and I like to see the colors. I'll show you kind of a tip on how I do mine in a minute. When I emboss, how I do it. So anyways, there's my Lindy's, my Zings. They're right next to my chair, so I just have to reach my hand over, spin it, and see what I like. Same thing with these. I keep just, you know, leaves, tiny recollections flowers in here. These are what Archana gave me from Crafty City. I keep those there so I know where they are. Those are, they're not I Am Roses or anything. They're just like from the online craft stores. And the kind that you color yourself. I keep my paint trays. They're nasty. I keep them handy right there. I have a ton of them. I use them all the time for glues and whatever. My mini little Making Memories slicer. That stays there. My stamp cleaner's in there. And I'm able to just tuck away little garbage off my desk on that. I've always had that on my desk. I just used to have it in front of me. And so here sits my Gypsy. I've moved my Cricut right under here on this shelving under the desk so I can just back my chair up and cut things out. And then I still store my inks, my distress inks like that. I just hung it on this cart, which did house my dollhouse on the corner, and I switched it to that bigger table, and I'm much happier because I used to cut on this cart, which was a microwave cart, and I garbage picked it, painted it up, and it's perfect height. You can see here's my waist right here. And I moved my dollhouse to the big table. But anyway, yes, I still have this antique dinosaur. I love this thing. I use this a lot. I do have a Cuttlebug in this. You can see it's very seasoned. I use it all the time. Soon I hope to get one of those guillotine cutters because I think it's just easier to cut all my chipboard, which I keep down there. Thank you, Gloria. I love that chipboard. I get my chipboard from Gloria, Crafter GM. This is something new. Kind of show you. This is the new shelving for this. It sits right on top of here. It's just the box, the one piece. I store my Copics in here now. I used to have them up on top with my Lindy's, but now they have their own home. And it has a shelf and a drawer, which is like a half drawer. I keep my Inktense pencils in there, oil pencils, and watercolor crayons. And then this actually comes out. I know it's hard to do with one hand here. There's the shelf that pulls out, but if you could see the little grooves. So this will pull out. I'm not going to take it out because I'm one-handed. And then it can turn up and sit up on top of your desk. So I can actually take that, my Copics, right downstairs with me and color if I don't want to be up here. And then I stamping up inks. I've moved my embossing folders to this because this is a newer cubby that I got maybe 6 months ago. And then my dies, all my dies. These two drawers are dies. So that's that. I can keep those next to me. I used to just have them in a basket on the shelf. This is where I keep my paper trimmer, really handy. I just reach over and grab it when I need it. And here's where I keep all my embossing and StazOn and Memento inks. The ones that I just use all the time. I need them right at my fingertips. And then here I just acrylic flowers, beaded trims, and now I'm into clay. So this is a drawer dedicated to clay, which I just screwed it up. Oh, well, my chalks got stuck. My chalks are up here. This container's full of clay, my Martha Stewart molds, yada yada. And then down here is just some flowers. Sorry about the feet. Trying to go quick. This drawer I keep, well, here's my trash. Blending tools. I use, these are makeup sponges. You can get a whole bag of them, dirt cheap at the drugstore, versus these expensive things from Tim Holtz. I still like these, but, you know, I have a couple. I use, depends on what I'm doing. My vintage photo is usually on this, but for everything else, those makeup pads work fantastic. This bottom drawer is mesh bling and tiny letter stamps. I have bags of just letter stamps only, so I keep them in there. Don't ask me why I keep the mesh bling in there, but I do. And this drawer always stays with me. This is my bling drawer. I could just reach in there and grab my bling. And these are this kind of bling on these sheets and all this kind of stuff. And that's the 2 drawers full. Then the bottom drawer, that's where I keep my I Am Roses and Wild Orchid Crafts flowers. let's see. I'm getting out of breath. I'm trying to go fast. I don't want to make this a long video. Glue gun always stays here. Here's my nasty water container. Yes, I'm a slob. My paint, I empty it when I'm crafting. I should do it nightly. But I don't. And this is my liquid adhesive container. I always have to have this to the right of me. It's just how I've been working. I don't know. This has a little drawer where I keep all these little doodads, glue tip fingers, and my little cutter that gets lost. And the other cubbies, some tweezers, a lighter, sewing needles, and just all this kind of stuff. And my razor blade to clean my desk. And like I said, these are all just liquid adhesives, all the ones that I use, and my Mod Podge. I love this thing. I painted it white. It was brown. My drawer, I keep all my Lindy's sprayers in here. The refills that Lindy's just so graciously resent me. 3 dozen of them so I could replace all my things that have been clogging. So I love that customer service. Thank you, Lindy's. In here I keep floral tape and wire for if I'm doing beading and stuff. So that's right there next to my beads. And then here's just miscellaneous stuff. I keep foam brushes, magnet strips, refill blades, and these are for your teeth, but they have a little bristle on them. And so one, I'm going to cut one up and make a bottle brush for my dollhouse. And 2, I use these for like trying to scrape glue off of tiny things because of the bristles. And then I keep these by themselves. These are all my jewelry making, bead making tools. I keep that bucket right in front of me. My laptop's right here. I Skype with all my friends all the time. And there's the rest of my cardstock storage, wax paper, tin foil. Here's where I store my dies, the Cuttlebug dies or whatever. And I got to make another one because I ran out of pages. And then my wipies are close at hand. This spinner, I keep just my big clunky tools, like the corner chomper, my miter, these picks for some brushes, my crocodile, hole punches, that kind of stuff. That stays in there. It's close to my reach. I could just spin and get it. And then this, I use all the time. This cart, no matter where I put my desk, always stays right here to the right of me. My glue gun, oh, not my glue gun, my heat tool stays plugged in right there, and I drop it in the cubby. This was from Michaels. It's the Recollections, I believe. My yucky towels when I'm painting and wiping hang right there. I guess this is supposed to hang ribbon, but I don't do my ribbon that way, so I hang towels there, and I store my ATG gun. Sits right there nicely. It houses glue sticks, my scissors, files, expression tools. These are markers, like embossing markers and metallic markers that I don't use always, but need them there. My glue sticks, and these are more adhesives that don't fit in there, but I don't want them in a drawer, and I don't use them too often. So that's that. Oh, and my spray water misters or something. No, my little tools. And then on here I hang that's for my bind it all, and my tweezers that are really fine tipped and I don't want them broken. And then in these drawers, let me move the cord. These drawers, this is all my sticky like tape adhesives, and it looks a mess, but I know wherever, that's all that I keep in here. This I'm storing in the bottom drawer. I don't know why it's up here. So that's where I keep tapes. I'm storing those to make a mini. This is strictly blocks, stamp blocks, and little scrap pieces of ribbon and trim that when I'm done I baggy them up and kind of just throw them in there. And then that's all lace and trims on the bottom. These do come out, so you can use it as shelving if you want, but I like the buckets. I love this cart. It is on wheels. You can move it around. I don't. I have carpet, so I keep it here. This is how I store my tacky glue. It's a toothpick jar, and this usually sits out right there. When I'm done, I put it back in here. But I love tacky glue. That's the best. It's just not acid free. In here I keep my Sharpie and pencils and pens when I have to measure stuff. I need them. I don't want to dig through them in there. All right, so that's that. Oh, up there I keep my tool. Look at my M. Gloria made me. And what else? Maybe that card. What else do I want to... I think that's it. Oh, down on the bottom is where I keep my Cuttlebug. Right next to that. And back there I still store my punches on the wall, and those are little tiny punches. Other than that, everything is pretty much still the same. There's my board with all the cards that I've gotten from people. Tags and stuff are up there. ATCs from swaps. That's where I store my... I haven't touched any of that. That stuff's all the same, except for I took my cardstock and moved it onto my desk. So, and there's my little table I made. I have a video way back in the day. That's that. And then those are still all my cubbies. I keep like all my napkins, my Bind It All, magazines, and oh, this is how I store my ribbon. Here's my sewing machine. This is more ribbon. I've exceeded that box, laces and ribbons. All right, sorry. I don't know why my recorder doesn't do much. But I made a long time ago, I don't even know if I did a video on this, but I made these holders. Where's one that this is a board. It's just a long board, and I put dowels and glued dowels on them, and then I just stuck all my ribbon on it. It's good, it stacks it up, but I still, when I want this ribbon, I have to take them all off. So I still keep those on there, and I just put this shelf's supposed to hang on the wall, and I just kind of laid it on between these bookshelves. And I just keep stacking my ribbon up so I can see it, and when I want one, it's easy to grab. So that's the way I do that. I do have a drawer over there that's full of old ribbons and stuff. Gosh, some of them are probably from my grandmother and when I was like in my 20s that I still use and just haven't used up. But that's that. I'll show you my watercolor painting. I want to go get that framed. Last summer I tried my hand at watercoloring, and I looked at a picture and drew that bird. This whole thing was a picture on a magazine. I freehand drew it though. I just looked at the picture. I kind of sketched in the flowers, but then painted all the details with watercolor. So that was my first try at watercoloring. It's not as easy as it looks, but I was really happy how that turned out. I don't know if it looks like a watercoloring or not, but I love it, and I'm going to frame it. And this is just swap stuff that's ready to go out. And that's it. I'll show you. Oh, down here, this drawer. Alright, see, there's the dollhouse. I painted it last night. I painted it white. It was yellow. I hated it. So I need to do a second coat and then change my shutters. And then I'll do step-by-step videos of when I complete things. I'm really getting good progress on it. Here's where I keep my acrylic paints right next to me, because I'm forever turning around picking a color, and I hate to have to get up, go across the room. This is strictly fibers and embroidery floss and this kind of stuff, the twine. And then the bottom drawers, more laces and trims there. So, oh, and then I added over here my toaster oven, and in this cabinet I keep all mailing stuff, like envelopes for mailing swaps and stuff like that. There's my mica powders. That's still the same. I just moved the shelf over there. And here's the shelf that I'm storing, like when I make my minis and lamps and stuff for sale. So, because they're so little, gotta put them on there. And that's about it, guys. Over there is a shelf I keep swap items that I've gotten. That's a mini container that I keep all little miniatures in for crafting, paints and tools, mostly for a dollhouse. So that is a quick and speedy version of how I just reorganized my craft room. I thought I'd share it with you. I know I love to see how other people organize their craft room, so I thought I'd share mine with you. This is probably the straightenedest up my desk will be. And it's still a mess because I'm always creating, and it wouldn't be a craft room if it was, so I'm not a neat crafter by all means. Trust me, I make a disastrous mess every day. But I do have to have my supplies around me and see them. I can't, even when I got the Jetmax cubes, hiding them in the drawers, I have to have them labeled because I will know, you know, it's certain things can't go in there, like my Lindy's and stuff. I need to have them out so I can see the colors. Papers, I can't have my papers hidden because color really inspires me. So, that is that, and I hope you liked it. I don't know what else. Look, oh, I wanted to show you guys this. This is I pulled this out of storage. I had it stored away, and this was what, my mom and my grandma made this for me when I was a little girl. It went in my bedroom, and it is still, that's all embroidered, little boys and girls. Isn't that awesome? And Gloria and I were talking the other night on Skype, and I was showing it to her, and I didn't even notice this, but she can't even believe how white it still is. It's not yellowed at all. And so it needs restuffed though, because all the stuffing is in the corners. So there's like nothing left in the middle. But I have no clue on how to take it apart. So if anybody has suggestions on, you know, if you can take it somewhere, if they're able to do that, I don't know. I'd like to know, but I thought I'd add it in my craft room. Regardless, it looks so cute. And that's that. All right, I'll end on this note. Have a good day, everybody. Take care. Bye.